Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, it definitely washes the asshole.
So, what does it do? Is it like a squirt gun? Does it point?
It's essentially it's got a lot of pressure behind it.
How do you trigger it?
There's a little knob, and it just starts squirting up your asshole.
It sound like a foot pedal?
No, you could probably buy something like that. The one I've got is the Tushy one, which is all over Instagram and stuff.
I fucking hate that it's called Tushy.
Yeah, well, I know it's got all this like hipster marketing, which totally turned me against it. But then I used one at my buddy's the other day, and my asshole felt amazing.
So you have to like twist the man bun on it to the right.
Yeah, exactly. I actually wish it was just like Alexia pouch. You're like, Alexia, blow my asshole full of water, like screaming it in like an apartment complex. No, playing "Down on the Water" by I don't know some band that plays that song.
Smoke on
the Water by Deep Purple, maybe.
Maybe Deep Purple. I think "Down by the Water" might be a song by the Toadies as well.
Down by the water.
Yeah, that song.
Oh no, PJ Harvey. Don't give me my daughter. Down by the water. PJ Harvey was good though.
Down by the water.
It was like, I'm there by the water. I get it from the stream outside. It's in Texas and I don't fuck my sister last night. Down by the water. We broke her water. That's what I call her hymen. Because she likes to get her hymen smashed. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, yeah, if you like what we just did there, go check out the Toadies, one of the best 90s alt-rock bands that exists. And only their first two albums are listenable. Everything after that is complete trash, because I'm a huge Toadies fan who still listens to them to this day. Yep,
and you always you want them to get back to... And then when they do, it seems like it's too forced.
Yeah, Texas alt-rock rockabilly.
Yeah. They definitely are not for the Me Too era. We were listening to one of their songs the other day. It was probably just that one song where we're like, oh shit, this is like a bad song. But that being said, they're pretty solid. I would also say listen to PJ Harvey. I fucking love PJ Harvey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As a segue, real quick, our good friend of the show, Astolfo, and sometimes Tin. Depends on what name we're using on which day. Longtime listener has listened to our entire catalog, even though he came into our show, I think, halfway through.
It was late enough where, like, I think we did the math, and he must have had to have listened to something like 6 hours a day for, like, by the time he was, like, done, we're like, okay, all right, you are the listener of the year, last year, anyway.
His girlfriend has an art account, and I've checked it out. It is really well done.
And we do love promoting artists. We are artists ourselves, so.
This is on Instagram, so if you're on Instagram, just like we are, make sure to check out The Real Leonio. I hate to say that I've said it wrong, probably, because I do not know the pronunciation.
That's why you spell it.
So it is at the THE Real REAL LONIU.
Okay. There we go.
And if you hop over there and give her a few likes, she's a listener to the show. She's a cool person. We've talked a few times,
has some good art, so it's definitely worth a follow.
People.
So awesome, and people should support the art that they find on the Instagrams and whatnot. So hopefully you'll all appreciate it. And honestly, if you're a listener of the show and you want any kind of shout outs like that, and you've got some good shit, honestly, we like helping people out.
Yeah,
and we've got a lot of listeners. So
you're at Sonic Jalopy?
I am at Sonic Jalopy. I've been painting like a motherfucker lately, so much so that I haven't taken a picture of probably 15 things that I've painted recently.
And I am at legend_tripper.
And here's the thing, is you're probably about to get into, now this is what usually happens around this time of the year, we're getting to Halloween pretty soon.
We've already got into Halloween.
So you start like decorating like a motherfucker, and you also start usually start making cool costumes. You were making the Quado costume last year and posting your progress and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So you've got some pretty cool stuff like that coming up outside of your regular cool art. That you
I'll be posting all that to Instagram. So
absolutely.
Also, I do stories, and also I do videos, and also I do, like, little things where I make, like, macrame hats.
Yes, well, and that's what you and I do personally, but...
Macrame hats.
But Scott,
we sit down in cross-legged style.
Yep.
Crisscross applesauce.
And we're trying to equalize things out, and women have had it too easy for too long with their pussy hats, so we're making dick hats. It's just a backward baseball hat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, it looks like a unicorn, except it's pointing backwards.
Yeah,
off a baseball cap.
It's just a pussy hat, but there's no clitoris on it because we don't know where it is. Boom! Men don't know how to sexually please their women. Anyway, that's what we do, Scott.
Have we actually introduced ourselves?
What I would say, Scott, you're Scott, I'm Jeremiah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
What I say, so we've explained what we do personally. We have not explained what this show does for those people who have not listened before.
Well, long-time listeners will love our banter. New-time listeners are frustrated as fuck right now.
Turned off already.
What we do with this show is we go into a segment called Web Droppings, where we take the weirdest news stories we can find on the internet. And this is the kind of stuff you're not going to find on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, etc. We find the weirdest stories.
Yeah.
We explain them to you, we joke about them, and then we twist them into new content, whether it be a movie, TV show, comic book, novel, stand-up act, cookbook, does not fucking matter.
We've done it all.
But when we turn these things into the new content, we explore it a little bit. Sometimes we flesh it out a lot.
It's just like an open brainstorming session, essentially.
Yeah. And essentially, you, the public, are allowed to take any of our ideas and create new content for profit. But all we ask for is a credit.
The credit. If you make a shitload of money, yeah, you could be nice and support the show, or whatever, but it's not even necessary. If you make something, give us a little credit, and because honestly, we have so many of these ideas, and it'd be good. It's almost like an idea goodwill. We like it when people share ideas, just like when they share their creative artwork and whatnot, and stuff like that. So we like interacting.
That could be a new subtitle for our show. Like, we have It makes you smarter. Also, we could now throw in idea goodwill.
Yeah, I like that concept. So
the goodwill of ideas.
The thing that we do...
the Salvation Army of Thoughts.
You're just going to riff on that one very boring concept for a while, huh? You got to just keep doing that? Is that our first bit of new content? We just alienated everybody? Yeah.
The Postmates of intellectual property.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I like that one, actually. Yeah. Oh, the Lost and Found. We actually had Lost and Found as a...
We did. We can't go back there. We can't. Can't dig into that well twice. Once the well runs dry...
don't they retap wells all the time? I don't know. Do they?
I mean, I don't know. You're the well expert.
I am.
Tell me, well boy.
Okay. Oh, dude, people haven't called me that since high school, man.
Since you were stuck in that well.
Yeah. No, that's why. Which
there were helicopters. Yeah. They were putting ropes down. You were denying them.
Yeah,
you were like, I don't want your charity.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, I ain't no socialist. I can do it myself. I don't need your government handout. and I'm trying to climb up the well and clawing. My fingernails fell off. This was like 4 days ago. Luckily, I had my smartphone down there, and I was like, I'm going to learn about all the wells in the world. So I learned about all these wells, but promptly forgot it because our phones have rewired our brains to not necessarily have to retain information anymore because it's at our fingertips. Also, my fingertips are raw from trying to claw up the well.
Also, a call forward to a future story. This is a show where we just do call forwards.
Call forwards to things that'll never happen. Yep, that's it.
Now, Jerry, you brought a fucking prime number into the house of non-prime numbers. You said we're not going to do prime numbers anymore. You said primies, I'm done.
No. What I said is that we're only going to call out when they're actually prime number episodes. We're going back to normal when we used to do that because what we used to do for a while, I was calling out the prime factorization of every single number. Now that's not the case. If there is a prime number episode,
can we go back to the well of Jer saying what was actually going to happen to prime numbers?
My well, save me, not you, government. No, that was a different well clip of when I was stuck in a well. Remember that story? Call back.
Well done.
Oh shit! We've peaked. We've jumped the sharks, ladies and gentlemen. I know we've quit this podcast once a week for the last 6 weeks.
No,
but
we're done.
That's
we're
it.
Done.
That's
we're
it.
Done. We're done.
It does not get. We have jumped the shark. And
enjoy 50 minutes of silence and maybe your occasional siren. But there's a lot of cops and ambulances.
I was gonna say, I like the thought that you just think we're gonna sit here in silence recording for 50 minutes.
We're gonna fuck off. But
we're gonna leave it recording.
Whatever noise happens.
Okay, yeah, that's
it'll just be us talking distantly, so everyone's gonna have to turn up their radio.
Who was that? John Cage who did that? That was one of his things. He had this piece called 6 minutes and 72 seconds of silence. It's not that because 72 seconds is more than a minute. I fucked that one up.
No, I hope it was called that.
I hope it was because that's but he did that where people would be waiting for something to happen and the piece, quote unquote, was the creaking of the chairs and the cops and people going, what the fuck is this, in the audience.
No, I want to start a podcast called 80 Hours, 55 Weeks, and... No, wait. Start over.
You can have as many hours as you want.
88 weeks, 52 hours, and 9 days.
Cool.
Because it makes no sense. It follows no timetable.
Well, and you know damn well people are going to be trying to do their time math in their head, and that's fucking hard.
Yeah. Like, last time I was trapped in a cave, that almost made sense.
Yeah. 88 hours, 52 days, or 371 days, and 9 years.
Last time I was trapped in Nick Cave.
Oh, and I ate so many of those bad seeds.
He did some weird anal kegels.
But man,
he drug nut. I didn't think I was gonna fuck a guy. I mean,
he made it sound.
Nick Cave made it sound hot.
He made it sound awesome.
And then I thrust once, and he was just like, "You're mine."
Yeah,
you're mine.
He had that almost Leonard Cohen-y, Tom Waitsy thing going on.
I was stuck in his ass while he did anal kegels, and he just made balloon animals for hours.
That's right.
I honestly thought he'd run out of breath. I literally did.
I was hoping.
2,200 similar poodles later.
We're measuring things in nonsensical terms. Anyway, so 277 is a prime number. But the thing about this, Scott, it's the 59th prime number, making it super prime. Now, what's a super prime, you ask? Of course you did. That's where the prime index, so it's a 59th number. 59 is also prime. So the 59th number, as opposed to being like, say, like the fourth prime number, which isn't prime itself, the 59 is prime also. In other words, it probably makes no sense.
The prime of the prime is a prime.
I would also like to point out that
you don't share. There's ways of saying things.
Well, it's not the prime of the prime. It's the prime. It's the index is also prime. But sometimes people don't think about indexes that way, or indices or whatever.
Most of our listeners have never thought that way.
Because an index, I mean, is for you computer people out there, of course, when you think of an array index, is where something falls in a sequence. It's indexed number. Anyway, so who cares about that? I also want to note that we are. Oh, Matthew Jimmy.
I like numbers.
I know you do. What's your favorite prime number, Matthew Jimmy?
My uncle's 27. Is that prime?
It's not at all. You're the worst Matthew Jimmy I've ever known.
My other uncle's 19. Is that prime?
That is prime. That's good.
He raped me 3 times. Is that prime?
Yeah, that's a prime number of rapes right there. That's what we call a super rape prime. That's right.
He calls himself Optimus Prime.
Does it have anything to do with the prime numbers, or just because he?
No, I lied.
Because he's a monster.
He's told me to lie a lot, so I've grown to know to lie.
Well, he didn't tell you to lie about the rape thing. He's a bad.
No, what he actually said was he was raped, Miss Prime.
Well, he's only 19. He's not in his prime yet.
He's smart for 19. He tricked me.
Oh, very mature.
I'm 17.
Another prime. A prime on prime action, baby. That's good, man. Man, prime twins.
My balls also haven't dropped either. He raped them up inside me so hard they'll never come down.
I'm still trying to get over that prime on prime action. This is good. Twin primes too, 17 and 19.
Sometimes when I get indigestion, I come because my balls vibrate next to my belly.
Oh my god! So
he raped those balls so far up into my belly.
So have you ever farted cum?
This story's 20 years old. I'm now 39.
You should be 37 based on your math, but somehow you grew to you.
I have troubles with numbers.
But your name's Math Jimmy.
It's more ironic than anything. It's like calling a tall guy shorty.
All right, yeah. So the other thing I was going to mention is we are on the last palindromic date range. We've been on a 10-day stretch. I don't even realize that because we are in the 9th month of 2019. All of the dates starting with September 10th through September 19th are palindromic dates because 91019 is a palindrome, and as well as 911, all these kind of things. So we are actually we are recording this on 9/19. I think 9/20 is when this show drops. So who cares about palindromic dates? You know what? It's just sort of like the prime thing. Just fun little fact. Speaking of fun facts, we've been starting the show lately with quirky facts, and I'm actually going to start that before we get into anything else. I wanted to start with a quirky fact because it actually leads into the next thing I'm going to talk about that we referred to last week, which is quirky fact of the week. Men burn about 4.2 calories per minute while having sex, while women burn about 3.1 calories per minute having sex. Now, the reason we mentioned this is we talked about last week doing some segment where we were going to take a number of calories for eating some kind of food, a number of grams, figure out the calories for eating that food, and figure out how long it would take to masturbate those calories away. It turns out you do not burn a lot of calories masturbating, and that data is hard to come by because it depends on how crazy and aggressive you get.
Hard to come by.
Oh, I wish I meant to do that. Pun intended. I'm going to take.
Did you really just walk past that? That's like $100 bill on the sidewalk, and you walked right past it.
You're like, don't even notice it, and then you're there to pick it up and carry me. That's the
and then mock you about it.
Yeah, exactly. The beauty of that is I figured out there's a lot more information on the amount of calories burned while having sex than there is on while masturbating. There's not really a lot of data on that.
Well, of course, sex is like physically exerting.
It is.
Masturbating builds a forearm muscle you didn't know you had.
Yes, and remember like Pornhub for a while ago had this thing where like you'd get like the Fitbit or whatever like that, and it would tell you how many like calories you jerked off. And like normally it's not very many. But anyway, so this is fuck those calories. So we're gonna switch it instead of masturbation to fucking from this point on. So I decided last week we had 276 grams of grapefruit, which is a healthy food. I decided to go the opposite end of the spectrum, the least healthy thing I could think of, which is ranch dressing. Probably one of the least healthy things on the planet.
It's disgusting.
And
that's a personal opinion. I know a lot of people like it.
I personally do not like. I like blue cheese. Okay, I will not.
It is the they're state birds.
Yes.
Towns can have birds too, right? It's the bird of my town. Ranch.
The ranch bird.
Just ranch dressing. No, just a bottle of it.
All right, and up next to the city council, we need the state bear. I mean, the city bear.
There are literally
also ranch dressing.
There are literally jokes in my town. All right, let me come up with one
let's go ahead. Yeah.
All right, ready? This is a joke I was told once.
Yes.
How do you get a girl in Barry to suck your dick?
I'd say covered in ranch dressing.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I only say that because I knew where it was going.
Dip it in ranch, but
dip it in ranch. Yeah. I was gonna cover it in ranch. Well, it's gonna be nice.
The state bird of my town, which
is ranch dressing.
It's ranch dressing.
And the state in the city flower, ranch dressing, all of it.
Yes.
So anyway. Ranch dressing, I also am not a big fan of ranch dressing. First of all, I don't like creamy dressings on salads anyway, but for dipping, the only thing I dip like wings or anything in is blue cheese, not into the ranch.
Also, blue cheese gross.
I like blue cheese dressings.
You know the only creamy
not
dressing
on salad.
I like?
Salad is disgusting. Salad needs to be a vinaigrette or like something vinegar based.
Creamy dressings that I like, vinaigrettes that have been emulsified.
Well, but that's different. You
can have creamy balsamic,
but it's not cream based though.
No, you don't put cream in it.
Yeah, there's
you don't
no
put
eggs
mayo
and fucking
in it.
mayo.
You don't put egg in it. Nope. You just emulsify the oil and make it creamy.
Yeah, okay.
You can emulsify a vinaigrette.
So it's like thick. I like that because I've had that.
I like thick dressings, but I like vinaigrettes.
I like thick dressings, and I cannot lie. And you other brothers can't deny when a girl walks in covered in thick emulsified vinegar, I'm gonna fuck that pussy. Fuck that vinegar pussy. Fuck that vinegar pussy.
And if she gets a UTI, you know I can't deny that girl needs a little bit more vinegar in her pussy. So it'll fix her pussy. I didn't have enough rhyming. Yeah.
Anyway, so I took 277 grams to about 1 1/4 cups of ranch dressing, which is something people might actually use on salads.
And you bathed.
I found
you rubbed it on your nipples. You put nipple clamps on, but they kept slipping off from that slippery wet ranch.
Oh, but that
ranch
tasted so
good.
That
ranch.
Oh yeah. And I was.
They put those nipple clips on. They're like, too much ranch.
Breastfeeding my baby.
They just fall off your nipples and they hit your balls, and you're like, oh, they just slid off them too, like skiers in the Alps on the ranch on my balls. Yeah. All right, for any listener who's still tuned in.
Well, we apologize for everything coming after this. 1,385 calories and 277 grams of ranch dressing. It would take a man approximately 5.5 hours of having sex to burn those calories, and a woman about 7.5 hours. So that, I'm telling you all, that is a pass to eat as much ranch as you want, because if it leads to 5.5 to 7.5 hours of fucking, good on you. That's all there is to it. All right. We got an update on another story. Well, actually, a couple of stories. The first one we're going to talk about is just reminding folks, because as this lands, this should be the day of the Area 51 raid. A couple of people have already got arrested. There's a Dutch couple of kids that I almost put in the show, but the whole story was pretty much
a Dutch couple of kids.
Yes,
that is a weird.
Well, I mean, by kids for us, I mean they're probably like in their 20s or something like that. College kids.
So a Dutch couple.
No, not even couple. Just two. A couple is in two people. 2 kids from Dutchland.
2 Deutschmarks were found in the desert.
They were actually okay. So
which is also German currency. I completely flubbed that one.
So they wanted to actually see Area 51 before they left the country, and instead they got
they left the cunt.
And they Yep, that's what we call birth now. Yeah,
that's what we call our country now that we won't get
into politics, but everybody knows where we're going with that. But yeah,
my cunt tis of thee, land of liberty.
These kids end up getting arrested because they got too close to Area 51, which is almost a precursor. It should be like a little bit of a warning to those that are going into the desert. Now, granted, the Alien Stock Festivals, one's in Las Vegas, which is too far away from Area 51. The other one is nearby on the extraterrestrial highway. They've been planning for it. They actually filed for emergency funds, like $250,000 in emergency funds. They got
so many
porta
emergency funds.
Porta potties. Yeah, they're prepared for like up to like 40 to 50,000 people. So we'll see. What do you think, Scott? Do you think there's going to be a real showing?
I think my new safe word's Area 51.
Oh, Area 51! Don't invade me.
Hey, for all you out there, by the way, who may or may not know what safe words are, they're words you use during sex to denote something is not cool. The best way to make a safe word is to make it ambiguous enough and funny enough where you can play off of it.
Yes, there you go.
Because a safe word is not always the word you want to use. Sometimes you want precursor words.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's the word you have to use, but
nope.
No.
So if you say your safe word is dog. Your safety word, meaning leading up to it, could be puppy.
Oh, safety
and
versus
before
safe.
that might be embryo.
Yeah.
And before that, dog semen. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I mean, you escalate.
Sounds like you're a bestiality fetishist, but yeah, that's fine.
Well, my fifth word was going to be lipstick, which just leads into the whole dog thing.
Yeah, and then it's a full circle from there.
As all dogs are.
Although dog cum is the first one, right? Yeah, dog semen. Yeah. We're actually going to get to animal semen later in the show, maybe.
The safe word is dog, but there's a higher level safe word if that first one's ignored, which is dog semen.
Okay.
Which then brings it back around to lipstick.
Well, we have another update. You brought this update to the table about the farting security guard. Which we covered. I'm taking your word for it that we covered this story.
We definitely
it barely
did.
rings a bell, but you know what? We cover dozens of
story
stories a week.
So
yeah, we're 277 in. We have covered thousands of stories quite literally.
Yeah, this is the story about a Floridian who goes by the name of Paul Flart, and if you follow his Instagram, this is the same account that got him fired from his job. He was a security guard.
Yeah.
And the problem was...
So the joke is like Paul Blart Mall Cop.
But he farts.
Paul Flart.
And that's what he did. He would Instagram every day, literally every day.
Like once a day? Just
farting,
one
looking
fart.
into the camera. He did this for upwards of, I think it was 450 times. We'll just say 4.5 months.
Oh, there's a couple of these these. They have stills of like, I'm guessing the moment of release in a lot of these here. They've got like a bunch of them. Some of them look like he definitely shit his pants and didn't expect it.
His fart face.
Yes. Well, some of them
It's
are like,
not an
I'm
face.
farting and I'm feeling good.
His fart
Some of
face.
these are like, I bet those are the wet ones.
He posted this in his actual uniform at his actual job for 4.5 months straight. His boss discovered these posts, and when he got fired, and I actually watched this, he live streamed himself being fired.
I will say this about that. Okay.
It was very brave of him, I will say, because who actually can point a camera at their boss while they're telling you to get the fuck out of their job?
Well, a person who probably shouldn't have been too surprised that they lost their job in the first place. Here's the thing: if this was a private account and they weren't doing it while they were working, wearing their uniform, essentially representing their company, I would be like, "This is I'm outraged. This is them doing it on company time, doing it in a company uniform, essentially representing their company, making this ridiculous thing." And I can't say I mean. I don't know if I would fire somebody over that. You could actually leverage that into viral attention and maybe some business, but they decided to go that route, and I think that is the employer's right at that point because they're doing it on company time and representing the company at that point. If they were doing it on their own time and not wearing that, and the person's like, I don't like your personal Instagram feed, well, that company can go fuck off. But in this case, not very surprised he got fired. But yeah, kudos to, honestly, I would watch a whole stream of people getting fired videos.
Now, the only reason we're bringing this up as an update is because Vice has started a series of documentary shorts called WTF Florida? What the fuck, Florida?
Which is really about as legit as Vice gets anyway.
I know.
they're like they might. I'm glad they finally have realized that they're just like they're not real news. You know.
I'm waiting any day now for like Netflix to release the new BuzzFeed series. Which Pokemon am I?
Yeah.
And all it is
12 episodes, 1 hour each.
It's like a what do you call them? PowerPoints. It's basically a PowerPoint where it just goes Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and all you had to do at home on your couch is go Bulbasaur. You raise your hand, you yell it out, but the list just keeps going, and then at the end it goes, "Do you feel satisfied now? Was that money well spent?"
Tune in next week
Thank you,
for
Netflix.
some other bullshit we're shoving down your throat and charging you an extra $1 for that you never asked for. Hey, remember us? We're the one company that gave you Stranger Things and nothing else. Just kidding. Actually, Mindhunter was really good. And actually, the new series Marianne I've been watching was a French horror series. Looks pretty good so far. 1 episode in, looks pretty good. Gonna give Netflix that one. Otherwise, they've got a lot of garbage.
Yeah,
I honestly, that might a BuzzFeed series might be the next thing to like. Fuck it, throw it against the wall, see what sticks. Somehow we have a business model that works? Question mark.
You know what? We need new content right here, right now. BuzzFeed.
I think that was it. Yeah,
but The Office.
Wait, so you mean like at the BuzzFeed office?
So you do The Office again, but you just call it BuzzFeed, and it's literally people fucking flipping out, like puking in toilets because they can't come up with the 9th thing on their list of who is hotter than Michael Fassbender's
dog. Can't we just make it the 8 hottest people hotter than Michael Fassbender's dog? No, it's gotta be 9. Blah, blah. Shoots themselves, fucking commits suicide in the obvious, hangs himself in their cubicle.
Like Adult Swim Dark, but full half hour.
But the like millennial pressure of fucking being a BuzzFeed, I'm putting real thick air quotes, journalist around it, is I know they've gotten to like BuzzFeed News, but really, really?
Yeah, you got the new intern. She's like, I don't know how I feel about this job. And like the new, one of the seasoned professionals comes out.
Yeah, he's 22.
Exactly.
And he's like, senior. He's got gray hair, and everybody like calls him old man, piece of shit, and stuff like that behind his back.
You hired the guy who does J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly, but he's 22. Yes. He's like, and he's like smoking a cigar all the time in the workplace. Somehow that's still okay.
Yeah. And she's like trying to figure out a list. She's like, I don't know. I found 2. And he goes, how long's your list? I've been a seasoned professional. I know how to get through these lists. I like you. You're spunky. You're a new girl. I'm gonna put you under my wing.
Yeah, that's
and then she's like, well, I'm at number 2, and the list is 8 mustaches that couldn't get raped by Burt Reynolds' mustache. Post-mortem.
All right, well, first thing I'm gonna have to do is you're gonna have to suck my dick because I'm old school. I'm 22 and I'm in the Harvey Weinstein era of this days. And what's that? I'm fired. Okay, well, see you later, Bindle.
No. Cuts to her crying on the couch as he walks away and goes, got a new list for you. Reasons to cry. And then just walks out the door and it's all dark. Like it fades to black. But then we cut to that quirky girl from Sao Paulo. That's a place, right?
Sao Paulo.
That's a part of the world.
Sao Paulo.
That's an island.
It's like Sao Paulo, but it's pronounced differently, and it's not in South America.
And she's pissed off because they're racially pigeonholing her into reasons to use coconuts in Sao Paulo. And she's like, food. Literally, I don't know what you want me to do. They're only used for food.
Yeah, we don't even have them there.
And then you
have the Amazon rainforest. We don't have coconuts.
And then you got the Dwight of the office, who's very clean cut and normal and not pervy. And he leans over his cubicle and screams out, "They can also be used to propagate more coconut trees. They're seeds. Seeds."
Well, coconut are not native to the Amazon, but they are generally planted by people in villages for their own consumption. So in general, no, not wild, but yes, where there are settlements. Hope that helps. Yeah. I'm reading off of Wikipedia now.
No, we have
because I had to actually check. Are the coconuts in the are there coconuts? But oh my God, somebody on Quora.
Are there coconuts?
Well, the new conspiracy theory.
I took that out of what you said.
Flat Earth can suck my dick. I don't even think there are coconuts.
Are there coconuts?
I've never seen one. Really? Yeah, I've never seen one. And if they are, they're round. you're flat.
I love that you said so much, and all I took out of it was the words I wanted.
Are there coconuts?
Are there coconuts?
I've got a question for you, Scott. Are there coconuts? BuzzFeed cracks a shell on this new fucking conspiracy theory.
No, an adult.
Are there coconuts?
Adult Swim show.
Yes.
Call it BizFeed. Change one vowel so you don't get sued, and just do The Office.
Blitzkrieg.
But it's BuzzFeed.
Yeah, I like it. Are we about to get into web droppings proper?
Did you say Blitzkrieg before that?
I did.
It's stuck in my craw hard.
Much like, are there coconuts?
I was going to say, the show could just be called Blitzkrieg, and we move it to Germany. And it's true, BuzzFeed in Germany, but they call it Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
And
there coconuts. Blitzkrieg.
Ich bin ein Coconut. Meat? What's that word for meat? Meathausen?
Yeah, sure. I think the rule is if you put Hausen in back of any word, it becomes German. Any German listeners out there who want to correct us on this?
Or not and follow us because we promise we'll be better next week?
I'm sorry. I mean, correct Hausen us on this. Am I speaking your native tongue?
Hey, we're in your Hausen. We can speak however you want, Jer.
Yeah, okay, sweet. I like that. Hey,
Ich bin ein Hausen.
Hey, yeah.
This is my house in...
Web droppings?
Yeah.
Dropping 2.0.
All right, the first story I brought to the table, and it is about a math student. I'm going to actually say it in the proper...
Maths?
Yes.
Are we the only country that says math without the S?
I don't know that for sure.
I know Britain does. They use the S.
Most of the other
S.
countries use the S because it's mathematics, and they do the proper maths. If it was mathematic, like if I have a mathematic equation or something like that, which actually still would be mathematical, I think. But maybe math would be okay, but maths is the study of mathematics. But we do say math, which is fine. Math or maths, either way. But in this one... Florida mathematics. I'll just say the whole thing. That way I don't have to worry about people shouting me.
I just want to do a deep dive on like Pornhub or one of those big sites of a girl getting fucked from Britain, and the guy just telling her to say it right.
Maths?
No, the guy's from America. He's a tourist, but he's
why is he trying to get her to say math right or math?
Just a weird thing. Just for the weirdness of it.
Because to me, like none of that had to do with fucking, but you just brought it straight into Pornhub.
Literally, like talk to me about arithmetic. You mean maths? No, say math.
Yeah, say math. Yeah,
it's like one of those hardcore things where it's like say it my way.
Yeah,
and she's just like
like trying to degrade her. Like she's like
but
no,
only it's about the word math.
Yeah, she's like no, it's math.
Yeah,
and
only
she's like
only that word.
No, say math. Be a dirty girl. Say math.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that ain't grammatically correct at all. Oh, but your culture's so correct. Except for it's not.
And then like the part 2 to that video is like 1 week later they do another video and he's like, "What's the first Harry Potter book?" Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. No, say it right. Say it right. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I came.
Like, it's a domination sex thing, but it's only about grammatical errors between the U.S. and Britain.
It's not even like errors, just like preference.
By the way, that's a new content for this story we haven't even
talked about yet. So this mathematics student from Florida is about to marry the love of her life. That's beautiful. But this love of her life, this woman has objectophilia, something like that. What
Objectophilia.
Okay, we covered that.
You said it right.
Okay, we've covered that on the show. And that is where you are in love with objects. So she's marrying a Tetris video game. This is the first time anybody has, as far as we know, married a video game, as far as at least like pop culture wise.
Well, to be fair, she either has this obsession / disease, or she literally Googled, "Has anyone ever done this before?" to make headlines.
Yeah, and I would say, okay, so based on this, like based on the fact that she has a group of friends who know her and have been buying her, like she's had this obsession with Tetris for years. And this was after she. By the way, this person is Nurul Majabin Hassan, and this she first fell for the game in 2016 because she lost her first love, which was. They have it in British pounds here or whatever they're called. 160 of those. Texas Instruments Nspire CX calculator called Pierre de Fermat, which is named after a famous mathematician, one of the biggest, outside of the Einsteins and whatnot. So I don't know how she lost that love. If the calculator was like, it's getting too serious for me, and fucking, knocked her up with some ones and zeros and moved on, or if she literally lost her first love. Maybe that should show that maybe I don't know. Most people don't lose physically the loves of their life, but in this case, it actually happened. But it was probably for the better, because she then started playing Tetris nonstop and fell madly in love with this Tetris cartridge, which, by the way, based on what she's posing with, it looks like it's the original Nintendo Tetris
It
cartridge.
It did look like that, yeah.
Which, honestly, kudos, going retro. That being said, also, I wonder when they started hooking. I don't know how old this girl is, but that Nintendo cartridge might be a pedophile, because that Nintendo cartridge is probably, 35, 40 years old?
Yeah, it's probably right
35, probably, mid-80s.
Also, if you want to have sex with that cartridge and she's a girl...
Okay, first of all, so apparently it's not...
What are you doing?
Well, apparently it's not just the cartridge.
You're not putting it in. I mean, blowing it first before you try. Yeah, blow that cartridge out.
Yeah, and there's dust pieces flying in her face, just like a real dick.
Well, I mean, do you want to throw that in there and have it not work? No, you blow it out.
Yeah, and she's twitching it, in her...
No, she's hitting her clit a few times the power button in and out.
I got it. Oh, it'll make it work. No, actually, from what I understand, it's the concept of Tetris that she loves. So her friends have been... That's why I think it's legit. Because for years, her friends have been buying her...
Tetris blocks. They make them. Yeah, and some of them are, although square...
Yep.
Dildo-shaped.
That's essentially what she's been doing. There's been paraphernalia that she's been gifted and has bought herself that she has been using for sexual gratification. But apparently she also sometimes, they said... moves the shapes into place using her tongue. So I don't know if that's on the controller or whatever.
Wait, is there video of that?
Pornhub?
I'm searching for that.
So she does have like a one of those Tetris lamps, which is really cool. You've seen those.
I have one of those Tetris
You do.
lamps.
That's what I thought you were
kitchen,
the one.
yeah.
I thought you were the one that did.
Yeah, where you with the blocks,
each
you
block
remove
is-
them and they don't glow. You add them, they
you
glow.
add them, they glow,
metal,
yes.
They have metal edge connectivity,
And they're very, very cool.
Oh,
very,
they're
very
super
cool,
fun.
yeah. So
Wait,
she
does
puts one of those in her
masturbate with
pussy. Probably.
I'm gonna tell my wife that when I go home. I'm gonna walk in the kitchen.
Just plant the seed.
I'm back from podcasting.
You know what I learned?
Hey,
The
look at
craziest
that Tetris
yeah.
lamp. We just did a story about a girl that fucks with those.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if you did that, right?
Then I don't say another word.
Yep.
And I wink really hard at her.
So hard,
so hard that
you're
breaking capillaries.
I was gonna
in
say
my
you open
eye.
your eye up and it's bloody, Joe Biden's eye during the debate, just popped blood vessels. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" It's
like
trying to wink. Tetris pussy, fuck at you.
It's like a zoom in on a Ren and Stimpy
Oh,
cartoon.
yeah. Oh my god.
Where
where it's hand
normal, but they
painted.
zoom in and
It's the hand rendered, hand painted
Yeah.
with the snot dripping and shit like that. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much the story.
Now I know what to get my wife for her birthday, which is about a month and a half away. A hand-painted drawing of a Ren and Stimpy Tetris piece vaginal intercourse session.
Yeah, be like, I just thought you'd like it. I mean, I'm not saying maybe you should do it, but wouldn't it be crazy if you did? I'm just kidding, unless you're gonna do it.
How's the likelihood? What do you mean? It looks like you, right? What do you mean? I take pictures of you at night with Tetris pieces in you. You're a deep sleeper, and I win every time. Oh, look, the long piece fits into the long piece.
Oh, goddamn, this block. Well, that woke you up.
What do you do with the one that's two twos? What's the one that looks like a... It looks like a Z, but they're kind of on top of each other. It's like block,
It's like half
block,
it's half
down a block, right a block.
It's like half a swastika. You mean that? Oh no!
Almost half a swastika.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things.
That's
you
one
can
of
make
those
a
other ones
swastika
where
out.
it's like that's not gonna fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some all rejiggering on this one.
Redo those '80s ads for Mikey Likes It. Be like, Mikey, that won't fit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we touched on Mikey Likes It last week, didn't we?
He's still alive.
Yeah.
He's a recluse in upstate New York, and we actually said we should probably talk to him at some point.
I
theoretically get him on the show.
I know, but it'd be weird because we don't like doing the shows.
Hey, Mike, you
want
to talk about want to come on our show and talk about fucking Tetris blocks?
Actually, the only way I would feel okay about it is if we brought him on, almost didn't even mention his background, and just had him talk about anything but what everybody
all
else.
his current projects,
because
painting the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
And eating cold cereal.
So, hey, I gotta ask, you don't like it, do you? You don't like it. You don't like fucking yourself with Tetris pieces, I mean.
You ever fuck your wife on a yeast infection? Kind of like cornflakes after they sat in milk for a while, huh?
Yeah, huh? Yeah, that's right.
No, not a cereal reference. We're just weirdly interested in your wife's vaginal problem.
Exactly. So does she douche with reduced balsamic by any chance? Because we kind of covered that one, so we're kind of the experts. Mikey likes it. Anyway.
What was that movie with Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks? What was that? The one about the boat captain who gets taken over by the
was it called Captain
Pirates?
Phillips?
Was it really called Captain Phillips?
I don't know. I'll go Captain Phillips movie. That was my phone. Phillips movie.
I'm kind of curious what the name of that movie was.
Let's see. It was called Captain Phillips.
All right. I can only imagine him putting Captain Crunch in her pussy.
Oh.
Pouring milk in,
Phillip up,
and then just jamming his dick into that sauce and going, "I'm the captain now."
I'm the captain now.
That's a long walk to get to nothing.
Yep. I had to Google.
I made Jeremiah Google.
I had to Google what's the name of the Captain Phillips movie, and Google had to answer me Captain Phillips, not Captain Phillips, dumbass.
By the way, if anyone out there has like, you know how you can update Wikipedia by being a admin. There's also the what is the Wikipedia for street terms, street slang? What's that called? We reference it often on the show.
Oh, you mean
Urban Dictionary?
Urban Dictionary, yeah.
If anyone out there is an admin for Urban Dictionary,
I am. Yep.
The Captain Crunch should be a new thing now, where you jam a bunch of Captain Crunch dry into her pussy, take a what do you call them? Funnel, pour a little milk in, jam her dick in, and just scream, "I'm the captain now."
I'm the captain now.
I think that's a sex move.
Mikey likes it.
I want that to be originated in Vermont, because when people do these weird sex move things and want to do around the country for podcasts like we did in the past, there's no Vermont one.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
There really isn't. I mean, you could say like tapping, because we tap our maple trees and get maple syrup.
Yeah, that's good.
But tapping is already a sex term.
It is. Yeah, I'm going to tap that.
Tapping the maple
in fact,
tree.
we actually have...
tapping the maple tree. Got it. I got it.
You got it already.
You take
New content number 2.
You take a tin bucket, you put it around her neck, like one of those dogs in the Alps,
or his neck. We're progressive,
or
here.
hers, or his, or its, or theirs.
Yeah.
You put the maple bucket around their neck, like Saint Bernard. It's gonna save you in the Alps. And then,
what? How do you treat your dogs?
And then you use
they
maple
put little
syrup
barrels.
as anal lube, and you say, "I'm tapping this tree." And then when she drools,
seems like a lot of work.
You get your syrup.
This is a lot of work.
Not every sexual position is a shot in your chest. It's now a Miami log.
Yeah, no, it's not. But it's also like you shouldn't have to like prepare for weeks to get it right. That's all there is to it.
The best sex takes a lot of preparation. It takes power tools, tarps.
No, it doesn't.
Clean rooms.
It should be spontaneous,
GPS
Scott.
spoofing. I think I just described season 1 of Dexter.
Yeah, black gloves, duct tape, and a car that's untraceable. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm here to help you get your car out of the ditch. I always keep ropes and duct tape. How does that help?
Oh, you'll see. Well, want to take a trip to the Everglades?
Have you ever seen Hook? They eat more than hands.
Oh, God.
What you get eaten can't be replaced by a hook.
Unless you like my ex-girlfriend Hook Pussy.
I was going to say, that's the next sex movie you need to add to Urban Dictionary. We call it Hook Pussy.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because what I eat, I replace with a hook.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds painful. Well, the hook doesn't feel it.
Can't rape a hook.
But you can get raped by a hook.
Oh, you can definitely, believe you me. Oh, that backfired in a heartbeat. Oh, boy, howdy.
My name is Edward James Almost, and I have an accent now and talk about hook rape and rooking while playing chess. Oh, you done did out my rook. It's off the table.
Well,
now I'm going to fuck you in the ass with my hook hand.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll still have both hands.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
both
Edward
hands free.
James Almost, and this is an accent I picked up while hooking strangers at truck stops in the South.
Everglades Almost, they call me. Let's go hooking people in the glades. I call it going glading.
Everglades Almost. Actually, that alone is just a great name.
Well, there might be a lot of Oldsmobiles sunk in the glades, and maybe some of them belong to me and some of them don't. But don't check the trunks. That's just the Everglades almost guarantee. There's going to be something in that trunk you don't want to see. Everglades almost.
2 things in the car you can lose in a swamp. Spark plugs, because they're in the car and then in the swamp. Spark plugs, I take them out of the car, put them in your ass, bury you in the swamp.
That's right.
Either
way, spark plugs, they're gone. Yeah. You're going to buy more spark plugs. That's my catchphrase. Every time I murder and rape you and stuff you in the Everglades and bury you, I go, y'all going to need more spark plugs. I'm Edward J. Almost, so I talk like this now.
I love our duel, Edward James Almost from the South.
Both of us doing completely different Southern impressions of a guy who doesn't speak anything like that. I'm Edward James Almost. You know, I'm old money from this plantation here. Well, I'll see you like now. Coming down here to the Everglades. Well, why don't you get in this Oldsmobile, take this spark plug, put them up beside you there. Or that, you like my hook?
I'm Edward James Almost, and AIDS isn't curable yet.
We are running out of time, big time. So I think we might have to go to.
Our new content is Southern Edward James Almost.
It is.
As a spokesperson for things he should not talk about.
By the way, this is the 3rd new piece of content for the one story.
So I'm Edward James Almost, not rape if the kid's over 18.
Oh, that's not how it works, Eddie. Don't call me
It's still rape, but it's not child rape. Oh, we're good here. We're good. I'll be in my trailer with that 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, we all know.
He brings me coffee and I don't let him leave. I never let him leave.
Yeah, that's right.
I pour coffee on his genitals and I come on his face when he screams.
Yeah, that's right.
Edward James Almost.
Yep, and I call it the old Cleveland Creamer. That's what I call it because I'm from Cleveland now.
Remember Edward James Almost when he was on Battlestar Galactica and he would fly through space in that little truck buggy that goes through the stars?
Wait a minute, are you Edward James Almost talking about yourself?
That he raped on that starship, robots, none of it was rape, no collusion, out.
Yep. Yeah, he was in pretty close with Nikki Klein, who of course was from the Nexium cult, as we all do know and we have covered before on this show.
She fucked up, man. She fucked real girls. She spanked real girls, and she made real girls fuck real guys. Edward James Almost here, Battlestar Galactica. I only fuck robots. See that tin can over there? Not quite a robot, but I'll fuck it. See
mostly a Folgers can, actually.
I use a Swiss Army knife, which in the future we call a space Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
I carved a little mouth into its face, carved a little face, made little tears. Oh, it was me just stabbing it into the eyes a bunch of times.
No.
And then I fucked it. My dick looks like Swiss cheese. I'm Edward James Almost.
My dick looks like Swiss cheese.
I live in the space and the bayou, and I rape things.
We're going to get to 2 more stories here. We're not going to get to... let's take Dingo Droppings, move it to next week. We're going to... Because I do think that one's a good enough story.
That story's a good story, but it might be
here's the thing.
Too old by then.
It might be because here's the thing. It's already gotten a lot of press, but I do want to cover...
We should still do it.
But I think Dingo Droppings is fine because we got to get... First of all, we don't have Bruce here anyway, so I think we should probably get him to come in and cover that. So maybe next week we could get a couple other Australia stories in and have him cover that.
All you have here is me. Loose. I don't know, it's been a little bit of a while since I came into your studios, but Loose. Do you remember Loose?
I do remember Loose, yeah.
I did the boomerangs, and I did the wallabies, and I fuck off really quickly. Boy!
Well, glad that's done with.
Loose. It's been like 100 episodes since Loose was on.
Yeah, he was Bruce Bruce's, is Bruce Bruce. Well, I mean, kind of strange. They haven't talked in a while.
That's strange,
Which is funny that he's here and Bruce Bruce is not. Probably on purpose because they are estranged. So.
Yeah, I mean, not the same week. We do not need that.
I would like to get Bruce Bruce in-house for Dingo Dropping. So I say we cover the Florida man and women on bikes arrested, if you've got time for that.
I do, and this is one of those stories that we do once in a while that is pretty much...
Well, because the last one was a Florida... We had a Florida man story, which was actually very different from Florida man before, which was an intelligent Florida woman, which was the math student one. Now we're going into real Florida man territory.
This is a Florida man story that needs to be read verbatim.
You go to town,
I am going to read. Little clearing your throat, little dropping of the pop-up ads. Nassau County, Florida. 2 Florida residents are facing several charges in Nassau County following an arrest on Friday, September 13th. Deputies with the Nassau County Sheriff's Office were in the area of South 14th Street and Sadler Road at 11:38 p.m. when they saw a man and a woman riding a bicycle.
Not a big deal there. Nothing wrong.
Riding bicycles.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't a tandem bike. It was 2 bicycles.
One of the riders had a bicycle with no lights.
Two people, 2 bikes. My least favorite porn video.
And the other rider had a bicycle with no lights on the rear.
Joke.
So the deputy noticed them not just having improper lights, but them veering into the middle of the road and riding down the center line.
Probably like a lot of people are like, oh, if I can ride a bike intoxicated and not be in trouble, I'm not it's not going to be a DUI. That's actually not necessarily true.
You'd be wrong in Florida.
Yeah,
and probably everywhere else.
I don't know about everywhere, but either way, you can definitely get like endangerment charges and public intoxication, and you're still going to get into a decent amount of trouble.
The deputy pulled over Aaron Thomas, 31, and Megan Mondarano, 35. Over in the 800 block of Sadler Road. The deputy said they had a strong odor of alcohol emitting from both of them. Then, Thomas reportedly told the deputy that they came from the Hammerhead Bar and it had beers.
Yep, I was not aware of this bar, but I was going to actually Google it. I'm going to do that.
According to the arrest report, the pair both had bloodshot, watery eyes. Their speech was slurred. The deputy performed a field sobriety test on Thomas until he refused to complete it. The deputy said he did poorly on the portion he did.
Oh, it's a beach bar.
Beach bars.
Makes sense. Probably most Florida bars are beach bars. Oh, they got a lot of it.
All right.
It's all attractive.
This is what makes the story funny. It's not just a DUI on bikes. The 2 were arrested and placed in the back of the patrol car. And I'm thinking not cuffed based on the rest of the story. While the deputy was outside the patrol car, the pair took off their clothes and began to have sex.
Nice.
The officer then removed
nature calls.
the guy, Thomas, and
I just removed him from the woman.
Well, removed him from the woman and
unclicked,
the car.
Yes.
Completely naked.
Yep. I would hope, yeah.
Thomas was then able to knock the deputy down to the ground during this and began to run through the parking lot. The report says he ran past several cars at a traffic light, then into the front of a CVS store and in the parking lot of other stores. Deputies, multiple, said they eventually caught up with him at a Cold Stone Creamery and arrested him.
All that sounds
just
classic.
Want to see the surveillance footage from the Cold Stone Creamery.
Yeah,
naked man runs in. Does he order
a nothing?
Does he
and then
just run around
and suddenly,
panicked?
I would just like it like he's walking in like nothing's going on, like very nonchalant.
Oh my god, just gets in line.
Yeah, and just like gets in line and it's like looking and like no.
Can I have a sample of the ginger coconut?
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's not quite to my liking. Can I try the salted caramel?
Yeah, please. Yep.
And then the cops bust in.
A police officer. I wonder what he is here about.
And
he
that
or
one
she is here
naked
about.
man in line doing samples goes, "That's your man," and points at like a 90-year-old woman who's just trying to like get her waffle cone out the door before her Parky makes it pop out of her hand.
But she's black, so they shoot her. Social relevance.
No. They tase her. Fix her Parkinson's. No longer Parky.
Oh,
Hero
no
cops.
Longer Parky.
Hero cops.
No more Parky. Scott, you've got this amazing charity. This is the new content. You've got this amazing charity set up, but it is named the worst ever because you're helping to solve.
It's for Parkinson's.
You're helping to cure Parkinson's, but it's called No More Parky. Scott Bears, No More Parky. You don't like shakies? No more Parky.
Every time I see someone shake, I'm like, little Parky there, huh?
Going full Parky.
Going full Parky.
All right.
It's been my bane to
well,
live with.
that's my new content for this story. Is No More Parky. Scott Bears, Parkinson's. Which is again, I'm guessing you're raising millions of dollars for this and helping the community. So they're like, well, we got to give him this fucking horrible.
No more Parky. The Scott Bear story of how he came down with Parkinson's and was sad about Parks and Rec ending.
I know
more Parky.
Yeah, I know you like Parks and Rec, and how do you feel about it ending? No more Parky. Oh god, that's horrible.
But it works. And wait, we discussed earlier maybe going out on some audio content that might get us bounce off of YouTube alone this one time.
We do, but I was wondering if you want to mention the sexy Mr. Rogers costume real quick. I think we have time for that.
Yeah, Halloween season is upon us. They made a 60...
It's not. This isn't a story. This isn't a web dropping. This is just a little aside.
Halloween is upon us. We love Halloween, so we're starting early. This is actually the first Halloween story we've done so far.
And you're going to get for those that don't listen on a regular basis and don't realize this, all of October, and probably actually I would even say like next week or something like.
Probably next week,
we dive straight into all Halloween based like horror stories, like more creepy kind of web droppings. We try to get some, if possible, we get like some interviews or something. If not, we just we'll cover some cool creepy stories. And we're starting early like we usually do, and we've got some information about some pretty awesome, sexy new costumes. Because Halloween is about costumes, and it's about dead people.
Yeah, so there's a sexy Mr. Rogers costume,
dead and sexy.
Honestly, if you look at the picture, type into Google "sexy Mr. Rogers costume."
Yes, because first of all, it's all women wearing the sexy costume, of course, which is a red sweater.
No, I actually, if I hadn't already decided on my Halloween costume, would buy this and wear it.
Because it has like enough revealing stuff, like sexy, almost like sexy.
No,
it's almost like sexy schoolgirl.
Wear it ironically.
Exactly, yeah, because it's got a crop top and like very short shorts, like half butt cheek hanging out.
It's great butt cheek, bike shorts.
It's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look awesome when.
Well, I've already decided
wear
on half of my costume. The
what
other
are you
half. Well, Kelly and I are doing a themed costume, but we're not theming it.
Oh, couples costume.
We're doing one better. We're not theming it 100%. We're theming it 50%. We're both doing cyberpunk.
Okay.
But then each of us is going to be a Halloween ideal cyberpunk. So cyberpunk demon, cyberpunk vampire, cyberpunk mummy. Okay.
So you're keeping with the same theme, but it's not one of those couple costumes where if you guys were apart, it wouldn't make sense.
No, we're both going to do cyberpunk.
That's solid. Okay. But because a couple's costume is the only way it works is if you're two are together, be like, that's so cute. And then if you're apart, people are like, why the fuck are you just this? Yeah. You're like half a costume.
No, we're both doing cyberpunk, and
I trust you.
I think I'm doing cyberpunk demon. I think I want to go bigger because I have big ideas.
Oh man, I really want to fuck Mr. Rogers now.
Yeah, that picture on that website. Oof, yeah, that girl. Oof.
All right. Yeah, it's almost like she's a model.
Let's not alienate our listeners while we come on air.
While you talk about your Halloween costumes, it sounds pretty cool.
All right. So
I hope to get into Halloween costumes this year. I do.
So we're gonna go on some music. I think we're gonna go.
Did we decide?
Did we want to do the Halloween thing just to kick it off and hope we don't get banned? MXMS.
Okay. I think we can do that. Worst case scenario,
YouTube will roll us, but everyone else will let us
everybody.
go.
So YouTube, I don't think most people don't listen to podcasts on YouTube. It's really just an extra thing. So most of you are still listening to this and can still hear it
on radio and or
I will say, if you tried to go to YouTube and found that we were not there, and you're coming to this and listening to us on any of the other streams, that the reason you couldn't find us is because we are going to play sort of an obscure-ish, but like. It's
going to be a story next week because it's a new genre of music, and since we're kicking off Halloween next week, let's tease it. This is funeral pop, and the band is MXMS.
You had me at funeral pop.
The song is Gravedigger.
Yes, you should definitely listen to it right now. And if for some reason you can't listen to this because it's getting cut off, well, you're not hearing us say that.
Also, if you like this song, check out their cover of Nirvana's "Come as You Are."
Yep,
it's also
and honestly,
really good.
like everything they have so far, from what I've heard, is really good, and they've got some great videos to go along with it on YouTube. So check it out and get lost.
Get lost.
I'm a grave digger. I'm a grave digger. I'm a grave digger. I'm a grave digger. Six deep, fingerfish floating on the river. You're going on a devil dance to the Macarena. Black on my eyes and the cold as a cadaver. I'm a mortal motherfucker, can't see me in the mirror. Crown on my head and the thorns on my mind. Blade in the flesh and you're drinking my wine. I kiss you, disappear you and I keep it a secret. I know you wanna fuck me and you'll never forget it. I'm a grave digger. dig you up. Honk in the trunk, there's an Amber Alert. Pull behind the mausoleum in the back of the church. I'm a mortal motherfucker and I hang in a cave. I'm the glue you fucking over, etching your name in your days. Everybody wants pretty girls, they say. Nobody knows pretty girls make graves. Got you on a skewer so you crackle and pop. I'm not gonna stop till the box drops. I'm a grave digger, I'm a grave digger. I'm a grave digger. Follow me into the fire.